Yes, and welcome back to a brand new episode of DUD SPUD. I'm Maniacal Mac.
Well, I'm Hibbs.
And Hibbs, we're doing just a quick one today. Done a Maniacal Mac special, tried to find like one of the shortest films we could, like, couldn't we?
Yeah.
So this one, only an hour and 10 minutes, came out in 92. What's it called?
We're going to do Axum.
Axum, A-X-E-M, Axum.
Yeah, basically. So we were going to do, just later, we were going to do
Well,
Street Fighter 2 today, but that's going to come soon, so don't
that
worry.
is going to come, that is in a line. But yeah,
we
we're
have
doing
a
a
lot.
short one today. Yeah, so basically, we don't know too much about it. All I know is this is notoriously a really bad film, but looking on the trailer, it looks like a comedy of it. It don't look like they're trying to be serious at all. So, I don't know, it might work, it might not, because a lot of these films are either really good or really shit usually, and it's hard to get in between with these, but we'll find out. Also, check out my Rumble. I've got some episodes on there, so when YouTube is being dodgy, as it likes to do sometimes.
Again recently.
Although Silent Rage at the moment is back online while they're disputing it. We'll see how long that lasts. But I have got more on my Rumble account, so check it out if you want to check out more DUD SPUDs. No more needs to be said. We don't know too much about this, except it's supposed to be notoriously a bad film, so quite a short one. So hopefully it won't drag on and we'll actually enjoy it with any luck.
Yeah, let's see what the shit is about.
Back with you soon. Well, fucking hell, we're back from watching Axum. It says it came out in 92, which can't be the case, because in the credits it says dedicated to my mother, and it says her birthday was until 93, so how the fuck is this film? Yeah. How the film came out in 92 when he's in the credits says 93, so it's probably come out in 93, I'm going to say, but Axum, bro, it was apparently notoriously quite bad, so we thought, oh, you know, with a lot of these bad films, we'll have a laugh with them, innit? It wasn't really one of them films, was it? It was one of them, there's a reason why it's a bad film. We're not going to fucking have a long discussion on this, because for an hour and 10 minute film, fuck what happens, basically, really. Opens up in some fucking house party, and we can't hear the life of it. Like, everyone's speaking over each other, the music's loud, the audio, like, what? And this is basically most of the film with the people speaking. We couldn't pick any of that up. So in some fucking house party, whatever. And they just basically show some of the characters who's going to be in the film a bit later. All we need to say about that. This film is notorious for the sound mixing's a joke. Like the background noise is as loud as them. That's not to do with the volume.
It sounds like they're sharing a mic, which is not in our place. It's outside of someone else. Good start. No idea what's going on, but good start.
No. Can't hear anyone, anything.
Don't even know what they're on about. Quality's so shit. They catch that guy then, don't they, then? And he's like...
So then, yeah, so basically this is about 2 minutes and 45 seconds in, then it cuts to the house, and then you've got an old guy there, and he's just coming down the stairs like I see an old man. Like, why is he coming down the stairs? It don't show. Obviously, he's hearing noise and he's being disturbed, but it cuts into just him, like, talking to himself down the stairs. So we're like, what? But then he goes, I heard you or some shit, doesn't he? All he had to do is literally put, like, a little noise when they showed the scene of the house and have him walking down the stairs. Simple things. Couldn't do that. So he's coming down the stairs, and then what happens then when he's like, oh, who fucking just walks by when he's like by the bottom of the stairs?
Yeah, just like he walks down. He looks like he's panicking about something, but maybe you don't know if he knows he's. But then the murderer guy, the serial killer guy, crazy whatever he is, zombie guy, is just walking behind him with is he walking behind him with an axe or an?
He just walks past in a silhouette, and then we're like, okay, yeah. It shows him quick, and at first he looked human. I couldn't see no makeup on him, so I was like, oh, does he die later in the film and get resurrected? But really quick, he looks human. And then the old guy then just goes to him in his closet. He's pulled out his gun. He's loading it up.
Yeah,
and then he just comes with a knife.
Yeah, he's like loading his gun up, shaking, all nervous, and then he looks up, and then he comes in with a knife, he's like, oh shit, and then just kills him, and that's it.
The way he does, he goes, oh shit, he just pushes him into a closet, so he just does that, and that's that.
There was nobody wants to fight about it.
Don't know for sure if he's died, it's implied it, but what he done with him in the closet, I'll leave it up to your imagination. Okay, so, what is going on? the music's so loud you can't hear him.
He's not even acting, he's just being a person in his house.
I think he's shouting at the camera guy.
Yeah. What the fuck? This guy's just going with the axe.
You see the slow-mo?
He's shaking putting those bullets in though. He needs to hurry up, like.
I know, why is the guy
How did
knocking
it take
over
so
me?
long to come after him with that? Shit!
That's how he said.
Yeah, oh shit.
Next scene then, the aspect ratio decides to completely change, and it becomes like a pre-scribble jam. If you don't know what scribble jam is, that's like the first thing Eminem, when he's doing his rap battles, like you'd have like a fucking, loads of people around there, b-boys, DJ battles. It looks like a pre one of them because it looks the same as the early scribble jam shit. And then you got the DJ there, and the guy's got a mic, and instead of like rapping and all, there's no beat. He's just basically like fucking, just roasting everyone, isn't he? Basically, he's just like, people in the crowd, you look like this, you look like this. He's just
Yeah, just
roasting
throwing
people.
insults at each other or throwing insults around people, but without sort of like rhyming, like sort of like you
Yeah.
say, is where battle rap came from. So it's like
So it's like the pre-battle rap.
yeah, a
Thing.
couple of
Yeah.
people are like breakdancing and stuff. So like yeah, it's pretty much a scribble jam
It was
scene.
like
Went on for
before
about
Scribble Jam was Scribble Jam, and then they started rapping over beats and in rhythm. This is what it was basically.
so yeah, that was probably like you know, as entertaining that kind of stuff is for like us, you know. I think they went into quite a lot of detail for it to be a feature in a movie. It was
But
like
it's
as
gone
if
on
they
for
were
a long
promoting
scene. It
it,
was like a
yeah,
10-minute scene or something, wasn't it? So like I know showing some of
yeah.
the credits, but it goes on for ages.
So a lot of detail with that, like
And
promoting it.
because we were like, oh, I bet you these fucking guys who were like the guy and the mic and the DJ, they're all the people who made the film, and I'm pretty sure it is because we turned out the director's the main actor in this film, and this is a main actor on the mic and that. It's like, so what he's done, he's made a film and said, oh, I'll chuck in some of my little thing I do with my boys, they're DJs now, and we'll chuck them for some fucking free advertisement while we're doing a film out of it. But that goes on for fucking ages. Why is there a video look at how it's gone smaller the screen. Why is
I
it done that?
don't know.
I haven't touched the video ratio at all. That's nothing to do with
Just
me.
another interesting bit of how this is gonna go down.
Yeah, they're different fucking. What the fuck? So they're just self-promoting this now. The reason of this scene is just to be like, I bet the people who made this film is a DJ and a rappers now. And they're like, oh mate, we got to put ourselves in this film. I mean, let's not lie. If me and you made a film, we definitely have a scene where we have to rap in it at some point. Like, so I get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, remember Eminem? It's not his real life. He just got this. He got this idea from this movie.
Actually, no, this whole set looks like Scribble Jam. It looked like the old school Scribble Jam. The whole setup looks like the one Eminem was in. The same
It does like
table.
battle rapping, yeah.
Yeah,
It's like battle rapping.
it looks like the same fucking setup.
No
Like,
relevance on a movie, like.
and then the only thing he gets to is they speak to a couple of people there, which implies, all right, we're all going to go to a getaway to a cabin. Because that's all it is. The next few scenes, then there's people together, then they get in the car, a couple of cars full of them go up to this cabin. Next scene, then, people who come in this one scene and never come back again, bro. Two drunk people, and we're like, are they supposed to be acting drunk or is he acting that bad? We couldn't tell. But then they're talking about how they've seen the main axe murderer guy.
Yeah, so I thought about this afterwards, like, so initially when we were watching it, like, I was like, oh, is this just like two crackers or something? It was crazy, either crazy acting, they just looked mental, like the way they were speaking to each other as if they'd all been, but I mean, they were looking like they were drinking, so they may have just been like really pissed or something. But then I thought about it afterwards, I was like thinking, actually, were they just in a panic state of mind because they seen the murderer and maybe he killed one of their mates? Because, to be honest, they cut so many parts of where the guy may have killed me or may not
Yeah.
killed someone. Maybe they killed one of their mates and they were running from him.
Maybe
In
they
a
did.
panic state of affairs, like, you know.
Well, this film makes you have to use your imagination because these people pop in, you don't see them seeing the guy and you're just panicking, talking about, oh, he's 6 foot odd and all that sort of shit. But I think they are drunk because the one gets a drink and he's just finishing off and he's like, I want that drink. I think it just implies he's supposed to be, because
Yeah,
the guy's
so-
got a rip. I think
Yeah.
it's their version of the homeless people. I think that's what it's
Yeah,
supposed
so
to
I
be.
think they're drunk, homeless, and panicking.
But then that goes nowhere because they run off. You don't even see the murderer chase them or nothing. They just run off and they're gone from the film.
Yeah.
Here we go. Look at this acting.
He was 10 feet tall. He wasn't. He was not. He was 10 feet tall.
It's just two crackers speaking to each other. I'm not sure what's going on.
I'm pretty sure they just wind each other up, but I'm getting the impression maybe they're
Right.
supposed to be drunk. Right, I thought they were just winding each other up. No, they were supposed to be drunk and...
You better back up, you 6'9" motherfucker.
It's so hard to tell what part of this is parody, what part they're actually trying to be, like, acting.
Was he 6'9"? He didn't look 6'9".
They didn't, they didn't just cut to him, like, they didn't even see him, did they? They just cut to them saying, "Watch out." Next scene, all the people in the cabin, and there's loads of bollocks now we're going to cut through. They're just chatting. There's loads of scenes of them just all around the table. We can't hear it. They're all speaking over each other because they're using the one mic. He goes around the table at one time on a shot, and then when he gets close to people, the mic audio quality, you can hear it, and then it's like, oh, you can see where they placed the one mic round there because it's clear there, but then when he's filming around the table, you can't hear fuck all. They've done the classic, bro. They've used a camera mic and just everyone sharing the camera mic. So people from a distance are a lot quieter.
What is this? What's this shit you're bringing me, bro? What is this?
An hour and 10-minute film like regret putting on. Fucking hell.
Would you even hear about this, dude?
Years ago it came up on a title, but recently some dude on Reddit, if I can remember his name, I'll fucking put it like in the edit now. Through October he's doing these wicked like hand drawings like of like all these really schlocky films. He's doing like his own like art adaptations that were really cool. But he was like really shit films and he was like making them look good. And this is one of them, Axum. I was like, yeah, I've heard of that. So thanks to him, I was like, fuck, I get all of this film.
Yeah.
So it cuts to a scene then where the guy's on top of their little campfire outside, and I'm guessing he's supposed to be telling a backstory because, again, we can't hear it, the audio's terrible. But it goes black and white, so I don't know if it's he's retelling a story as them as some kids now, or if he's just telling a story about kids who used to be at that cabin. We can't tell. But basically, some fucking guy comes in and murders a whole family, doesn't he? Little, like, he's shooting them in the bed and they're not moving. A little kid fucking hides under a thing. Some guy comes in, kills people and shoots himself. And I don't know if the implication is the spirit there is what's possessed this fucking new killer. Because we never know why he's come or what it is. He's just there. This is the most backstory it goes to. But then the guy who shoots himself isn't the guy who plays the killer and in this little scene.
I was wondering that as well because it's like I was thinking that after. I was thinking, well, hang on, was the guy that killed himself then? Is that the guy that's come back and he's a zombie, whatever? Like, you know, because it doesn't. It never says, does it? Like, well, that's got to do with anything.
No.
Flashback, and none of the people features any of the bad people or any ghosts or zombies or whatever. Because there's only one.
Doesn't make
Crazy
sense to
fucker
me.
anyway,
Does
like
not
that.
make sense to
Yeah.
me. Kate has gone back in time, like. What? He didn't even shoot it. He shot the wall. Look at that. It's so dark. You can't even see who's like. Is that the mother of one of them who got shot? Like the kid didn't even hear the shotgun going off, or he's just hiding. Ah! He's just fucking blowing people. No one even.
As
moved.
if that wouldn't flinch. It doesn't matter if they're sleeping. It was still
Yeah.
flinch.
No movement.
That moved.
Slightly, yeah.
Flinched like, ow! You hit me.
And now he's gonna blow his own head.
Okay.
And now the police are there, like,
It's just like that. Is this Chris Renmore's house? Look at that.
Ooh.
Look at that.
That was hell of a joke, that was.
Look at that.
No, I'm keeping that in. That was hell of a joke. That was hell of a joke. What?
What is going on?
Again, speaking, no voice.
Why is it all fucking black and white as well?
Because it's supposed to be in a past. It's supposed to be saying this happened in a past. Who them people were, I don't fucking know. At first, I assumed it was like the group of guys there who were like, oh, remember us as kids? But no, it was what happened. Maybe they were there as kids, and when they were there as kids, some murder would happen. I don't know. That made no sense to me. Next scene then, it goes to some random people in a car, which you thought they come from a bank robbery, because they're acting really fucking like high rate, like, oh, the car's broke down, we gotta get out of here. It's like, what the fuck? Like, have you bank robbed? No, they just broken down. Why they're together as a group, I don't know. They don't seem to like each other. Never goes into
Yeah,
it.
they're all again. A lot of people seem to be in a panicked state of mind in this movie, like so. They're all like panicking, walking around. Oh, we've broken down. I mean, have they seen the guy? I don't know. Are they
No,
panicking?
they just
Have they
go.
just the bank, like you said? I
Yeah.
mean, I just don't know why. You know, because I even said to Mac one time, we went out in my car, went out of petrol. We didn't act like
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
we just
When your
phoned.
windscreen's all
Yeah,
fucked up, like
we just phoned your old man. He come got us petrol, like in a calm manner. Like these guys have been very much panicking all over the shop. I
Yeah.
don't know why, and then they run away for some reason.
have they just robbed somewhere?
I know, because it's such an overreaction to run out of petrol. Remember that time we ran out of petrol on the top of Caerphilly Mountain and your dad come and got us petrol? It's like, we never panicked like that, bro.
That was hilarious. That was it. Yeah, the two of them go, oh, we're going to go and check to the other woman, you stay here. Goes to a random scene and back to two people making out in a bath, which all I can say is that guy probably broke his back. Look at this, bro. This must be fucking crazy uncomfortable. Like, your back would be fucked, like.
Yeah.
We're going to skip through a lot of it 'cause it's
Yeah.
bollocks, like. So they're back then at a fucking dinner table, and we're like, is this evening? 'Cause they're all in pyjamas, and I'm like, what? They're all like fucking adults, and they all wear pyjamas around the dinner table at evening. That's a bit weird. But then it goes, it's morning, but it's like, oh, okay.
The one guy looked like he was wearing a lady's top as well. I don't know what
Yeah,
that
the
was
one guy
about.
wearing like
Yeah.
a like at first I was trying to be nice to say an Egyptian looking thing, but no, it's clearly a lady's thing. So he turns around, he's got the rips in the back. So I think the joke of that was, usually when like the girl will wear the boyfriend's t-shirt the morning after. I think they tried to do a reverse because he's wearing a woman's top. There's no other way of
No,
putting it.
maybe
Like.
maybe it was the style. Like I don't know, but maybe
He's the only one
I
wearing
would never
it.
wear that top personally. But like
Yeah.
I look, it looked like it was a lady's top. to me.
Style or not, it's a
Yeah.
woman's top. It was a woman's top, like whatever.
Coming out? I don't know.
That guy, what's he wearing? Seriously, what is he fucking wearing? But yeah, that guy. A guy in like that looks like like remember like Egyptian fucking kings and that. That looks like something an Egyptian fucking king would wear. But I don't know why it's going over the shoulder like that though.
It looks like a woman's
It
top.
is. See the rips on the back? It
Yeah.
is. Is the joke, right? I think I worked out what the joke of that is. Like in the morning, the girlfriend will wear the boyfriend's t-shirt.
Ah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
got a flip, and it's the guy wearing the girl. Is that what it is?
Must be. Fuck knows.
And then finally, we're like 30 minutes in, so we get another little thing that happens. Dark as fuck, my yard. We're looking, we're like, I literally can't see what's happening. There's no lighting. So he's walking around, and then who fucking pops out and gets him?
The bad guy, obviously.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah. So yeah, he gets him just before he's obviously gonna develop some photos.
Yeah, because that's right. Because he's walking. Because
'cause
you
he's
called
clearly
it.
in a
'cause
dark room,
It's so
yeah.
it's so hard to see, and you're like, oh, it's like a photo room. You're like, that's exactly what it is. Good call.
He wants to use the phone and develop some photos.
Yeah, that's literally look like a developing room for photos. You're right, bro.
No, he's really gone in a dark room.
You're right. You're right. That's what it remind me of, bro.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. This
Yeah.
probably is not the best version.
Now
of
we're just
this,
watching the
but
shadow. Now we're not in nothing.
even if this was like res to 4K, you wouldn't be able to see what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
But he's walking around, and then fucking he just comes at it 'cause he's saying about, I just want to use your phone. Can you help me use your phone? I just want to use your phone. So Axum comes out of nowhere. He's got a phone. He just goes bang into his face once. The guy's there. No, his face ain't caved in or nothing. Just a little bit of like tomato sauce on his moustache, and he's dead.
But how can you, as an editor, how can you watch that back and then look at it and go, yeah, that'll be alright, I'll keep that in.
You could
You
say,
you don't care. You don't care
yeah,
about this.
but that's the
Like,
same thing about the whole
Yeah.
film. You
Yeah.
look at every scene in the film. How could you be happy with it?
You can't think that's good, like.
It's bollocks.
I just want to use your damn phone.
With that attitude, Sonny
No,
Jim,
Oh, mate.
get slapped across.
Why are
the
you still
face.
speaking to him when they're not answering you? Like, what's the point? Just keep
I
going.
love how they didn't use any background noise reduction, so you can tell when they're cutting his mic on and off. Oh, here we go. He has got fucking dodgy hands. He's ready a zombie, finally. Ah!
Did you just... What
You
the-
just smacked him with a phone. He asked for the phone,
The actual phone line, yeah.
and that killed him. Just one hit. I mean, surely you would take a few hits to like crush your skull in, not just one.
Well, if you hit me hard enough in time.
Well, your face would caved in if it was going to be that hard, wouldn't it? There was just like a little bit of ketchup on his moustache. So it goes to all the women then, just fucking chatting in the room where the audio weirdly gets clean. And then, which is unfortunate because they all speak at once end, it goes to like a frequency and it's like, ah! At that point, my brain nearly exploded. Goes back then to the guy who's run back to the car with the woman saying, oh, I'm fucking running back to... Where does he say he's going to run back somewhere? Like I can't remember where he says. Like, but he's going to run back all the way to Baltimore or some shit. Whatever. Goes back to the people again in the house. The one guy then goes and takes a piss, looks out the window. As he opens the window, the killer's from the back as he finally sees him. So he goes downstairs, he said, oh, I saw some ugly motherfucker hanging around a place. You didn't see the guy. As you open the window, you just see the back of him. How do you know he's ugly? But then they all go in panic mode and go, right, we got to go and fucking search for him. You only saw his back. You didn't even see what he looked like.
Yeah, no, how dare you call him ugly? He's gonna kill you for that.
Look at this, Marcus. So their idea of going to search for the guy is all splitting up. Rather than all being as a group
yeah.
and just going to search for him, they all split up. So it goes to a scene where the one guy's just chatting the woman up, and that's when we're just like,
We
this
mentioned
is
that
fucking-
earlier, yeah. So that was obviously further down the line. We mentioned earlier.
Well, it happens a few times in the film because he's also
Right.
it's like just a few scenes. So they're just chatting by the fire, and then he just makes out of her, goes behind whatever. Look, the mic. The mic.
They had to guess the wind, bro.
Yeah, the mic fucking probably hit him against the camera now. They didn't even retake it, bro.
Oh my god.
Did you see her just look directly at the camera to say, well, we're going to keep this take?
She broke the fourth wall, yeah.
They heard him, fuck up.
I hope you're not cut, innit?
Yeah. That's why she looked at the camera then as if to say, oh, are we still going? Goes back to more to the dinner table now, and then literally as they nearly finished their meal, they go, oh, wait, there's 2 of us missing. You'd be like, wait, before you prepared the food, surely you'd be like, hold on, where's so-and-so?
Yeah.
But they only notice 2 of them's missing as they're nearly finishing their meal.
The scoop is slowly getting smaller, like every time like it's like, oh, there's
they're
a
like-
few more people missing now.
They're halfway through the meal, and you've only just noticed. Like, surely when you're serving everything up, you're like, hold on,
Where's
we've
everyone?
got 2 extra portions.
Yeah.
So the 2 people who were making
yeah.
out earlier just burst in.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because he heard the scream, and they like
Yeah.
the people are talking about turn up, and the guy's got a little cut on his hand. He's like, "Oh, I got attacked," and this is where we're like, I think they're missing out scenes here. We
Yeah,
didn't
they
see
don't
that.
show any of the attacks out there. So
What have we missed? They cut that scene out, bro, where he got attacked by him.
what the hell? Yeah.
What happens then is they're just there, fucking like he's bleeding on the arm. He's like shit, and then through the door, the fucking guy earlier who was in the house asking for the phone, his dead body comes through, and they're like, oh fuck. Nothing else then. They're all panicking. Well, someone else. Who's that? Just some man. Oh, that's what the white guy from earlier was. And then they decide to all run outside, and that's when he's at the car, and that's when you think he's a mechanic. You were saying because he's fucking around with the car, and they're like, oh shit.
Yeah, run back in.
They run back in the fucking house.
That was quite funny, actually. This is such bad acting. What is this?
Oh dear. And then they start chatting loads of bollocks for a bit, and then they go, fuck it, one of us gotta go out and get the car. They go out and he's gone. So they go to their car, and the guy looks at it and goes, oh, he's fucked up our car too. They go, and then that's it. And then the one guy who's outside actually fucking gets attacked by him, but don't fucking dies. I don't think he kills him outside. He attacks him, and then he gets back in.
Look at it.
So he set this guy out on his own.
Look at him. Look at him. Oh my god.
Oh, this should be
He's getting
funny.
banged and he's free. He's be in that car.
So this is what they do in Night of the Living Dead, where the one goes out to get the car, like, Look at the effects, like, what the fuck? What's with the effects? So weird.
I don't know,
Like Benny Hill then. Here we go. Finally, we've actually seen what he looks like for once. A bit of fucking mayo on his
Yeah.
bit of
He's
fucking
a
Burger
fucking-
King mayo. And it all fucking going like that again. And then the moment when he bursts in, which is a trailer scene. Do you want to explain now? When he just fucking bursts back in through the door?
Yeah, he comes to the scene, but there's not a lot to explain because he busts through
Yeah.
the thing, pulls out his knife, and then
Gets
that's
one
the-
guy in
yeah,
there, that's
gets
it.
one guy, and then it cuts to a scene with about 5 of them have just run out the back of the house, and that's it. You
Yeah.
don't know what happens to anybody. You don't know what he's did in there. Nothing. It just cuts to the
Yeah.
next scene with
a
five-
missing
yeah.
scene happened because he literally goes, Five
And
of
then
them
surprise,
outside.
surprise. Oh, let's all run away and split up again.
Yeah, but 5 of them are outside, right? So you're like, wait there, that's like less than half a group. What, did he just slaughter the other one? They didn't show that.
Like,
Like,
what
how
happens-
did they separate? It goes zoom up to him, which you've seen a trailer, and goes, and it literally, the next scene is just them. Like five of them on their own and
That's what I'm
outside.
saying. Like, what happened to anyone else? Didn't bother showing it. Like,
No,
like literally.
weird shit like that. What? 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 You saw that, didn't you? He was in the room, covering the door, and now they're all out. There was a complete scene of
Yeah,
this
just
there.
cut it. Yeah.
Did they film that scene? Because it looks like there's only a few of them. It looks like the one, like, he killed a load of them, and they didn't film it,
Yeah.
they put it in.
They did like they
forgot-
didn't film the guy getting chopped earlier, either.
Do you think, yeah. It looks like there's massive segments of this film they forgot to put in. So like you said, then they do the usual shit. They fucking go splitting up, and then you have the one guy who's got the fucking the baseball bat scene, who's on his own, and he comes to get him. As he's gonna kill him with a baseball bat, you don't even see it.
No, that's it again. Like it just cuts again. That's it.
Cuts away from the baseball bat. Ah, he's behind him now. Oh, here we go. What? It didn't even show it hit him. They didn't even show him get hit. Is this like a PG version or some fucking shit?
So ridiculous.
So we're like, man, if we got a dodgy version here or something, but we haven't because they show one kill later on, which is
The woman,
whatever.
don't they?
Yeah. So some of them still in the house, bro. They just what? And now he's back in the house getting one. There you go. See? So she's dead. So
Did not have the budget.
that
Then.
editing seemed all out of order. Then it goes to probably the only funny scene in the whole film where the one guy's in a forest with a woman. He's like being all a diva, so she slaps him. He goes, "Oh my god, I can't believe you just slapped me! Did you just slap me? Oh my god!" And
He just let me out in his words.
he becomes the biggest diva
and
this
it's
whole
just like,
film.
yeah, he just goes proper diva on it.
But he says like, "I can't believe you slapped me" like 5 times. Like, did you just slap me? I can't believe you. You just slapped me. You just slapped me. It's like fucking stupid.
I don't believe it.
Didn't even hear the sound of the slap.
Oh, God, no, you did not just let me out here in these woods. I don't believe that. No, you did not just let me in these woods. Excuse me. Hello? Hello? Excuse me, everyone. Excuse me, you just smacked me out in these woods. Have you lost your marbles, miss? Excuse me, nobody touches this place. No one in this whole You must have lost it. You must have
Like
lost
drama
it.
queen.
You must have gone crazy. What is wrong with you?
Diva.
He is, isn't he? He's the biggest diva of the movie.
Try to get in this car. You must be crazy. Come on now. You must be crazy.
Serious, like. Alright, so that was in the trailer basically, and like that's what that was all about.
I think this is the scene as well where is it the one? Yeah, where she runs away and they just repeat the scene.
Yeah, because you said as I was having a piss,
Yeah.
there is a scene where that happens. That's it. I think because
Yeah.
they're there.
Yeah, that's it. They
That's
just
it.
repeat that
There's
scene.
a scene
yeah.
because I was having a pee, but you mentioned a scene because I was out for it.
Yeah,
Man.
so like obviously where Mac just cut out for a second, like there's basically a scene and it showed the woman in the blue top where she was just running towards the woods, like they were showing it from behind, and they show that and it's literally you see it, they loop it over like so.
Twice you said that.
Yeah, it was
like a
literally
loop
so they
twice,
do it
wasn't
once like that. She's runs in the woods, and then they just cut back and it does the same thing again. I swear. What the hell? Oh my god.
Right, and at this point now, I'm going to cut through this quite quick. There's loads of like weird parts where I'm pretty sure it's out of order editing, right? Because he's outside at one point, they're outside, then it goes back to someone inside out of nowhere, and you're like, oh, so there's still someone alive. Quickly kills him off camera dead. Like, that's actually, he hits a woman in the head with a sword, and you actually see the sword like go in your head. You're like, oh shit, so there is some kind of killing in you, but that's the only killing this shows throughout the whole fucking film. So that's why we were like, why are we cutting away from the baseball bat there for all the other shit when you showed this one killing? But it's just parts of him then, basically, like he's outside, he's inside, and he takes a few people out here and there, and it's so quick, you're like, oh shit, that happened. It's like, did you know, based on a trailer, I thought we were going to have a lot more moments of actually the guy. It's just, you know what this film is? It's building up all the time. Even though they've shown him and that, and he's killing, it's still building up the shit. And it's like, you should have got rid of this build up now, it should be a killing spree. But the whole film is just build up. What?
What? She could have easily run.
Yeah, what happened there? What?
That was her arm, alright.
Yeah, it was your hand at best. But he gets.
Why is he run
He
back?
got a gun. He uses a gun.
Why did he run back up the stairs anyway?
I have
To
no
walk
idea.
towards him. He was running away and he ran back towards him.
Whatever. They go to the car. There's a
They
long
find
scene.
oh my god, they find this car, but it's like I don't know why. Like this is actually quite random, actually. If I think about it afterwards, because it's the two of them. First of all, they find this car and they go, "Yes, man, a car, a car." And it's like, "Well, look, I'm gonna key.
Yeah.
They're gonna hotwire it," and they're there for about. Seems like 2 days just talking about this car, and then other people obviously turn up later. But it's just like they take an awful long time to think that they found the car and like try and do anything. I'd be breaking our windows
Yeah.
trying to nick it straight away. Like,
Well,
what are they
they're
even
going
doing?
in the car. It's unlocked.
Yeah,
But the guy's outside prancing about, and this is when I guess their version of trying to be funny in a panic situation, but this is the ultimate scene where it falls flat. Now and then it'd been like, oh, the odd line I've heard and understood shit. All this now, you're like, man, don't do this, you're making it worse for yourself. And this scene just really fucking dragged the film down massively.
Ridiculous.
It's already dragged down. But they get in the car and then you fucking see him and decide to run away anyway.
Yeah, they all jump in a car. About 15 people jump in a car at one point, I think.
Yeah, because you can see it looks like them vans with
Yeah.
the clowns fucking running out and that, which are a
But
bunch
then
of clowns.
they don't even get to start the car. The guy comes and that bad guy, and then they all just
Bollocks.
run. Yeah.
Like, the acting's atrocious. I know it's supposed to be, like, they're supposed to be B-movie, but they're just annoying. They're not funny. They all speak over each other, so you
The
can't hear.
timing. Same.
Yeah, the timing's all off. This feels like a bunch of kids, doesn't it? Like, acting though, it's like over the top. Like it's not working. It's doing the opposite effect. You're not funny. You're annoying as shit. You all suck. I know they're trying to make him all kind of like scared and that, but
Just put 12 people in a car.
yeah, it's like a clown car now where like, what's that fucking van that comes down? Just clowns keep cuts to a guy then just doing some Jamaican accent. I'm like, is this a new guy? And it's not. It's the same guy.
I didn't want to say it at the time, but he went back to America.
Yeah, and then he goes,
went
why
back
am
to
I
America,
doing this,
yeah.
motherfucker? And it's
I
like,
didn't-
why are you being
yeah.
loud? Be quiet. You want to be good stealth?
Go through the woods with that big old giant knife and stuff. Don't you know I
Right, it's one of the guys. I thought it was a random priest who just turned up then.
I gotta get to work in the morning. Somebody got me around here. Kendra?
I don't know, I'd probably be talking to myself though if I was in this position.
I'd be keeping as quiet as I can, bro.
That's a good point. I'd be whispering it like what the fuck?
I'd be Tenchu ninjaing everywhere, mate. That guy.
Oh,
I'd be up in trees.
She's nice and quiet, drawing attention to herself like.
Well, to be honest, yeah, let him go for them then, innit? So he's like, I gotta find them. They all like end up there next scene. They're in, I can't even describe where they are. They've gone to a forest. I'm guessing it's like an abandoned old factory or something is all I can describe because they're in a whole new fucking place. And we're like, where is this now? This is fucking stupid. One guy's hiding behind a wall who's been looking for his friends. He comes in to attack him and like, hey, you're our friend, we're here. So they all end up meeting back together. Keep in mind, more than half of the cast has been killed off screen you've never seen. Bollocks. You know what this feels like to me? I think I've got a theory. I think I've worked it out, Hibbs. So the director lost a bet, and whoever he lost a bet with is sadistic and said you have to make one of the worst films ever, but you have to make sure the cast think you're being serious, so it comes out as awkward, as weird as possible. Because if that's the case, he's done a good job. But that's me looking on the bright side. I think the reality of it is people made this film thinking it was going to be funny, and it's terrible.
Yeah. Or the director made this film, watched it back, realised how bad it was, and everyone told him how bad it was.
Yeah.
And one day he lost a bet, so they were like, right, because you lost your bet, you
gotta
got to
release
drop
the
that
film.
really shit film you made.
That sounds likely. I think your theory's the best one, but he lost the bet, so we have to release it.
You had to drop this really shit
What?
film you made, yeah.
Why is he hitting his own friend?
You didn't want to credit yourself on this, would you? No.
I'd use a pseudonym, bro. I would just like a fucking fake name in it. Be like directed by Hibbs or something like that, innit? Like, you know, pass it back on to someone else to take the slack in it.
Do you all mind naming me anyway?
How dare you, like.
It's like one of them, innit? He's like, he made the movie like though, man, and then he's got his like mates who have been like, yeah, man, I watched the movie. Yeah, not bad, bro. Yeah, I watched the movie. He's like all like just whatever, blacking it, like, because they think, you know, they're his mates or anything. He's like,
Yeah.
walking in, he's like, yeah, man, I made the movie. It's good, man. I like, you know, he's still rolling on like.
Oh, what the opposite? When he went for his therapy session, his therapist be like, yeah, good job. And then when he went to his mates, he went, being proper mates, this is whack, brother. Don't ever put this out. And then he hit reality. And then he went, oh shit. Did all together. Fucking Axeman then ends up coming in. And this is kind of the final showdown then. They fucking shoot him a few times. And then the one person guessed that, what are they called? The fucking rake? Guess fucking Axeman in the chest with a rake. And he's like, They all run out. The one guy comes back, shoots him twice in the face. And I say the only smart thing anyone's done in this whole film, in all films, you know, they usually leave the evil guy there. Shoots him in the face, right? Twice. And then we're like, oh, okay, so... But we know bullets won't kill him, but at least he's made that effort. He looked like for a second he was being all cool with them as well.
You got to run from this guy, man. You can't be like trying to fight him.
Unless you're gonna cut him up, put him into a grinder, acid, fucking chop him up,
Yeah, anything.
fire, fucking even like cement him, chuck him in a ditch, like a hole. Anything but what you're doing. Mate, there's about 5 minutes at most left of this film. Why is this still going on, like?
Oh, he's gonna get back up again.
If he just gets up and that's the end of the film, that's going to be embarrassing. Because if that's apparently the way they killed him.
Oh yeah, sequel on the cards. And he was with half the actors, not because they're dead, because they were embarrassed.
The one thing I'm going to give this film props for, he came back and shot the murderer a few times in the face. And then weirdly, right, as soon as he shoots him, and then it cuts to black, and all of a sudden then, he's back in here, the fucking, Axe guy is back there, they're raking him, and he's like, all fine. And he was like, this has obviously happened afterwards, because the guy's fucked off. And I was like, oh, is it just going to be one of these cut the credits here, he's still alive? Lame. But no, it goes on a bit longer. Then a car goes past, and he's just walking up the road. And then he cut the credits, and we're like, what the fuck? And then that's when we see the main guy, Michael Mafum, is also the director and everything, I believe, so it was one of them things. But yeah, it's done fuck all anyway.
Back again.
But at least he tried to shoot him directly in the face and not just run away.
What?
And that's the end of the film, I bet.
Was that another guy taking over? Or?
No, I'm guessing the guy shot him in the face, left him for dead. Now he's alright.
Wind is blowing.
I literally thought that was how it was going to end. And yeah, the microphone, yeah, you got it.
Here we go, though. Could be another little bit off track.
But yeah, like, what a fucking pile of wank this was. Like, I'm just going to say, like, this was absolute shocking. This was like, I viewed it was a bad film. Hour and 10 minutes, felt like fucking 4-hour film.
Yeah.
It was loads of off kills death, yet they put a sword in, like a machete in someone's head. So my theory is the editor hated. I don't know if the director edited it as well, this wouldn't work. But if the editor is someone separate, he hated the director and kept all the gore scenes out of the film on purpose. Because basically it was like the film was just building up to off-screen deaths, basically, bar one or two we saw. Everything was off-screen. Wasn't it?
It was terrible, bro.
Hour and 10-minute film. I'm not going to say no more. Pile of wank. This gets a dud from me. Like, usually I can get a laugh out of these films, even when, like, it was just shit. It was terrible. Like, I really struggled to get through it.
Well, I've got a few things to say.
Yeah, I was just saying my piece quick. You carry on, good sir.
No, well, to be honest, not that much, because it was just absolute.
Can I say one thing first, though? One thing. I did give it a dud, yeah? But the only positive I can give it is there was like 2 or 3 alright songs on it.
I was going to say that.
That's
actually.
it.
Yeah.
That's it. This film came out in 92 and is rapping. Pretty dope for 92.
You say pretty dope for 92, but that's when he was good though, wasn't it, mostly?
They were kind of experimenting to get to that side, but he sounded like, where's a lot of them, but offbeat, being technical, he was actually on beat constantly, he had like a good constant kind of flow. Hey, not bad tune, bro.
Yeah, 6 is some sound. I'll give you that.
Yeah, some of the decent tunes in here.
I spent the hip hop tracks in here for sure.
There's been a couple of right ones.
Yeah, bonus spud for that.
And the fact that the guy went and shot him twice in the face, but whatever. I'm done. You crack on, good sir.
Yeah, so basically, I mean, to summarize on my point of view, it was just terrible. I mean, it's definitely up there in the top 10, even the top 5, probably most worst movies we've done on this show. Like, but to be fair, like the hip hop tracks, that they got a little side bonus bud for me. Like, to be honest, because they were alright. Like,
it was like 3 of them that were actually alright.
Yeah,
I think so. 3 of them. It was like, oh, these are actually
yeah.
I like them.
Other than that, like, if you go down to the quality, it's the worst I've ever seen. I don't think I've watched a movie with worse quality, because you just couldn't even hear nothing hardly.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but overall, absolutely terrible, and it's just didn't even make sense as well. None of the scenes hardly make sense. Don't bother watching it. It's an absolute dead for me. And if I'd rather die than watch it again, probably. Well, I mean, that's a bit strong, but yeah.
I don't know. I think I'd take death over watching this again, personally, bro. If someone said to me now, you gotta watch this or die, my first instinct would be die. Like, yeah, I gotta watch it again.
Well, I mean,
I think my first instinct would be to die.
You'd have to pay me like £100 to watch it again or something, at least. Like
Minimum of a million. Bro. Minimum.
Yeah.
But obviously we both have the same things in this. It's just it was like because we watch terrible plenty films, don't we? Sorry, we watch plenty of terrible films.
Yeah, that was
was so
backwards.
fucking
We do
arse
things ass backwards on Dennis, man.
We do.
We've
even
got,
speak arse backwards. But not to be honest, it's plenty of films we've seen. Is like what they done here. Their mistake here. They try to be funny, and when you try to be funny, right? If it don't work, it falls completely flat. You got to be either super funny and make it work, or don't do it, right? Because they tried to make this all like, oh, let's be funny making this film. It was obnoxious and cringy and just, you're annoying to watch. It just went the complete opposite what they went for, which is why I was so confident to give it a dud, a dud, because it was just embarrassing. Like if I had made this film, and I'm sorry, Mikhail Mifune, Mikhail Mifune, I'm going to be completely fucking real with you. If I had made this film and by the time it was in the editing, do you know what I would have done? I would have got the film, put it in a bowl, put fluid over it, lit it on fire, and fucking prayed that I would never get any demonic sins for making such a fucking atrocious film coming into my soul.
Saying that, our theory was the guy must have lost a bet or something.
Yeah.
He must have made this film, watched it back for this is terrible, and then lost a bet, and they were like, right,
you have to release that fucking bullshit film.
You gotta drop that shit, like. You know what
That's the only way I can think about it. Because if he willingly released this film, I don't know.
You can see how he closed it, so there's never going to be a sequel because the guy never even came.
Yeah, he did. He walks on a road. He's just.
Oh yeah, of course he did, didn't he?
This
yeah.
is the annoying thing.
Great! Don't ever make a sequel, Michael.
Like whatever. Anyway,
whatever.
this was a pile of wank. We got nothing else to say. Like this ain't even worth the watch for the laugh.
Massive dead. Massive
dead. Anyway, nothing more needs to be said. Oh yeah, we do need to mention fucking Billy Bones makes a quick appearance in the film.
Oh yeah.
Randomly comes up.
A little clip of Billy. I'm sure you'll have something to say about that.
You'll have something to say, I'm sure. Billy Bones, mate. He made an appearance. That's where Billy Bones has been this whole time.
He's yeah.
So right, he surprised us being in the film.
Listen here, Mark. I'm 250 years old. Why would I need to watch these B-movies? I'm the skeleton in every single one of them. I knew this film was going to be a pile of absolute wank.
But anyway, I've been Maniacal Mac.
And I'm Hibbs.
Thanks for joining us. Till next time, peace out.
How's Billy been, man? I ain't seen him for a while.
He showed his face here and there, like, you know what I mean? But he got so bored on the last episode, he said he's taking a break for a bit, like.
No, well.
He'll come back here and there, but he's I don't know, he's just not about the moment. I don't know where he is, so.
Tell him I'll fight him anytime. Fight him.
Mate. You'll break your bones, Billy Bones, man. He's called that for a reason.
No, because well, I look back, I see what he said about my joke, bro.
I know, he's a cheeky
bastard. Me and him got beef, bro, now.
Next time you see him, bring it up, bro.
Yeah, I'm have a better joke from next time.
Yeah, see what he's got to say, bro. So far, besides the kill, which was all like a 2-minute scene, everything's been nonsense. Nothing's relevant to this film. This film's called Axum.
It's just about people living their lives so far. It's doing nothing. The murdering guy.
That's what the film's supposed to be about.
Don't know who he was, how he's related to any of these people.
But this clarifies this film. I don't know what's supposed to be funny and not, and when they're trying to be funny, it's not my sense of humour. I just can't tell. I can tell, to my knowledge, this film's not supposed to be serious, but nothing about it is funny. Like, there's no jokes that are landing or nothing. So it's like,
how can it be funny if nothing about it makes sense?
That's what I mean. Like, yeah, how can it be funny if nothing about it's funny as well? Like, you know what I mean?
It's just ridiculous. And this was the best quality you could find. Then it was this is part of the
this is the only quality, bro. This is the only quality in existence of this film, bro. What? It looked like she's been chased by her friend, didn't it?
I'm falling down and I can't get up.
Falling down, I can't get up.
Who wrote that?
What? Has she got like fucking? Is he like pissing kidney stones out or something? That's what it sounds like. Man, why is this film still going on like this? Why hasn't he murdered everyone and just ended the film?
Someone's made a fucking home video, innit?
Well, they have. That's exactly what it's like, yeah.
If this was our own video, I'd give it a spud.
To be honest, bro, the one good thing I'll say about these DUD and SPUDs, bro, it's really like made me come out of my because for years I was like, oh man, I'm gonna make a film one day, and then I was like, hold on, what am I thinking? I can't direct a film, I can't do it. After seeing this shit, bro, I'm like, I could definitely make a film now. That's the one good thing that comes out of these.
I thought that, like, that's exactly what if these people can do this and get away with this, then
That's what I mean. Like, if you can
Yeah.
get away with it, I could get away with it.
I'll make one tomorrow on my fucking mobile phone line.
People have done that though. That's the thing. People have
Yeah.
shot films fully on mobile phones these days now. Crazy. It shows, but
Maniacal Mac.